Aloha, this is Pam with the Maui Chamber of Commerce, and we're here with House Representative Joe Souki. And Joe, we wanted to ask you to take a moment to share with us legislation that passed and some that you introduced that's helpful to businesses, the economy, and improving our infrastructure. Would you please share a few things on that?
Yes, thank you very much, Pam. It would be my pleasure. First of all, I want to introduce myself again. I'm a representative who represents the 8th District, which includes all the way from Kahakaloa to Waikapu. And for those of you that voted for me in the primary, thank you. And those who didn't, thank you for taking part in the democratic process. And I request your help again. And this includes the members of the Maui Chamber, of course. And in relation to the Chamber of Commerce, how we work in partnership with the Chamber was with the workers' compensation bill. Businesses was facing an increase in their work comp bill from the average of $90 all the way up to $1,200. That would be a horrendous increase, and that's for each individual. And this came about simply because of the economic conditions that the state is going under, where people have been unemployed for extended periods of time, using up the reserve of the unemployment fund, the trust fund. And of course, prior to that, I'd like to mention that we gave business a nice break, which they enjoyed. However, unfortunately, soon after we gave business a break, recession came about, and now it's just about bankrupting. In fact, it is. So together with the Chamber, with the Honolulu Chamber and of course the Maui Chamber, we seek ways that we could mitigate that. And so we did that by getting a loan from the federal government and increasing the cutting the loss down from $1,200 to about $500. So this came about with some state funds, federal funds, and of course now business would have to share in it, and it's still a terrible burden to business. We're aware of that, but at least it's not $1,200. It's less than a half than that. So, and we work very closely with the Chamber in that, in trying to resolve this issue, and hopefully things will improve where we can replenish the unemployment fund and give business more relief. Other items that we worked in many cases together with business, and one is especially is in the harbor improvement program funding. All of the users of the harbor form an ad hoc group called HOGS, and what they did together with the administration agreed on tariff increases. And of course the harbor users are the boats, the Matsonia, Horizon, and Young Brothers, and everyone else who uses the harbor. And together with the administration and the legislature, they agreed on tariff increases to help to pay for the improvements of the harbor. It's been over 20 years since we made any improvements in the harbor. So we hope to raise approximately $600 million of improvements, and that includes improvements for Maui. Maui improvements will be mostly in the purchasing all the property from EMB that fronts Kahamano. And I would like to include in there also a storage tank where we can have a greater capacity to haul gasoline over. Right now, business and the public is suffering from the high rate of gasoline. With this larger storage tank, you would have less trips of bringing gasoline over to Maui. And also would like to, with this money that we have, the $600 million, increase the depth of the harbor. So when the barge brings the gasoline over, they can bring it over in one trip rather than 2 trips. Now they bring it over in 2 trips. So the lack of storage capacity plus the lack of sufficient depth equals high price of gasoline, one of the areas. So hopefully we can do that, and with this $600 million, it's very possible that we can meet that, and that would be my major priority again this coming session, to look at that. Another thing, of course, we're having major improvements in the airport, and approximately $2 billion in improvements, of which Maui certainly will have its share. And if you include the multiplier, we're talking about $5 billion. And we're also looking at the highway modernization. And of course, last year, even without the highway modernization, approximately $500 million was appropriated for highways. But with the highway modernization bill, I should say, which was the second time that I really offered the bill, and it died in the waning moments of conference because they had to make some major decisions toward the end, so they thought they would wait until this year. So that bill was held in conference committee. However, this session I expect to introduce that bill again. It's a $4 billion highway modernization. What we'll do is improve our highways with new highways, improvement of highways, improve the dams and bridges, and to make our highways safer and faster linkages to your workstations. This will necessitate an increase in gasoline and price and in the registration. However, we believe that the savings you will get in time to get to work and in the care and maintenance of your car will be well worth the effort. A national survey was taken relative to the highways in the state, and we have one of the worst highways in the state. I believe this bill will help to improve that situation to a great extent. So basically, this is my the history of what we did the past year and my goals for the coming year. And I want to thank the Chamber for your endorsement, and I look forward to working with you and, of course, with Pam this coming legislative session if I am elected. Thank you very much.